All right, hello, good morning. I am Chloe, and this is Rise and Right, and I am joined by a cat today. Possibly both of them. I feel like the other one was pouncing around a moment ago. Um, we are going to do the full 20-minute sprints today because I am by myself. I'm a little bit sleepy. Not terrible though. I'm okay. Also, I've been having some weird technical difficulties. So if my camera drops, well, it'll be obvious, but if my camera drops, I'll still be here and talking. I for some reason my camera has been dropping, but not my audio. I think there's something going on between my camera and the new computer. These things happen. I have tried one of the most obvious fixes, and I've just moved the USB port that my camera is in. So we'll see if that makes any difference. It might not. I don't know. So today I am outlining, I think. Oh, no. Today I am starting the day at least with writing a book review. I finally finished These Violent Delights last night, so I'm going to be writing a review on that. I liked it. My biggest criticism is that I think it's a duology. Thanks, Courtney. This is literally because it's the only way that I will keep myself from like sleeping in until noon, and then like completely destroying my sleep cycle. But anyways, my biggest complaint with These Violent Delights is I think it's a duology. And I'm used to reading romance, where usually each book, like it'll be a series, but each book will be a relative standalone and you're not going to be left on a cliffhanger. Romance readers hate cliffhangers. And that's this, I was absolutely left on a cliffhanger on this, but that's okay. I am not somebody who goes online and bitches about an author using a literary technique that I don't personally like, unless it is poorly done. But in all fairness, I will also complain if you do a literary device that I do like, but is poorly done. So, yeah. Okay, so we are going to start off with our first little 10-minute sprint. And we will go from there. Yep, it's 4 past. I'm going to count that as 5 past. I'll see you guys at about quarter after. Okay, we are back. Let me know how you did. I didn't actually get that review done. More critical issue. If you were in our sprint yesterday, the 4 p.m. sprint, I mentioned that I had jumped back onto my demon project. And I was trying to figure out. I'm going to be making a new. This is a hell that has 7 princes, and there's only 6 right now, so you need a 7th. And so the one who's been nominated to be the 7th is going to be going through trials from each of the other demons. And these demons each have like a sin attributed to them, one of like the 7 deadly sins. So this one is wrath, but he has to perform acts of the other sins, or somehow cater to the other sins. And so I've been trying to work out the challenges for that. So I've got a list of the sins, or I've got a list, like I've always had this list of which prince, like which they're the sin of, the prince, which sin they're the prince of. So like, again, the one who there currently isn't one is the Prince of Wrath, and then like one of my main characters is the Prince of Lust, so forth and so on. So I've got this whole list made out, and then I don't know how I've never noticed this, but last night, just lying in bed, my brain doing that thing that it does. And I'm thinking about how one of my characters, one of the just regular characters of the series, is a sloth demon. And I realize that I don't have a Prince of Sloth. And I have no idea at that moment how I have screwed that up. I finally like go online and pull up a list of the 7 deadly sins, because I'm like, I know that there are 7 princes. Well, I know that there are 6 plus this one who's going to be. I'm like, what did I do here? I go online and I realize I'm looking at the list of sins. And at first I'm like, are envy and greed the same thing? Because that would make my life so much easier. They're not. It's vanity and pride are the same thing. So I've had a Prince of Vanity and a Prince of Pride, but they're actually the same sin. By dumb luck on this, the Prince of Pride does not exist anywhere in this story. He is referenced a couple times, but he's not. He absolutely is the prince that has the least amount of references, and never once have I actually stated that he's the Prince of Pride in the published books. So I could fix this pretty easily, and that's good. The one problem is that I was all excited yesterday because I figured out what the challenge was. And it was going to be an uplifting moment because there was going to be something that he actually like needed. But he was too proud to ask for it. And the wrath demon was going to figure it out. And it was going to be like a genuinely nice gesture that he did. And that is not happening now, but I could still twist that challenge to make sense for Sloth as well. It just will lose that uplifting moment, but that's okay because I write demon romance. It's not like I need uplifting moment. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just like dropping my phone. So I went in and fixed that note and made sure that like none of my previous references were crappy. That I didn't have to like go back and do edits on a previous book, because obviously this is not something that I could like keep and work around, and it is what it is. Sorry, let me. Sorry, I'm having Amazon issues. Woo! They're not technically they're more friend issues. Not like I'm not having a falling out with a friend, but she ordered a package. She had me order a package for her from Amazon for her husband, so her husband wouldn't see it, and it didn't arrive. So she ordered another one and tried to get a refund, but they're not letting us refund it because it is absolutely still in transit and it's a big ticket item. So she's mad that she's gonna have to like put extra work into actually returning this thing when it gets there because she went out and bought another one. Not my problem though. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our next sprint. It is a 20-minute sprint, so I will be writing a blog post during this. I will see you all in 20 minutes at 8:40. Oh, hey, I never muted myself during that sprint. um, sorry, guys. Sorry if the clicky clacky of my nails on my keyboard was distracting at all. My bad. But if you heard the clicky clacky of my nails on a keyboard, that means you know I was actually working that time, which I was. I got a big chunk of this review written. It's going pretty well. I had to fact check at the end the spelling of a name. Oh, I guess I can flip screens since I couldn't do part of it last time. I should do part of it this time. But yeah, so I finished these Violet Delights. Oh, good. I was quiet. I mentioned yesterday, I think, that the author does use character names really aggressively in it. It's a Romeo and Juliet story, and the main characters are Roma and Giulietta, and then like all of the other main characters from Romeo and Juliet are also there with like slightly modified names. Like Mercutio is Marshall. Paris is Paul in it, and I cannot hope enough that the author named him Paul in reference to the fact that Paul Rudd played Paris in the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet from the late 90s. However, the author of these Violent Delights is younger than that movie. So I guess it's possible, considering that Paul Rudd has had this like big comeback with being in an Ant-Man, and just like his career has kind of had a big boost lately. Not that he was ever gone, but he kind of faded to the back for a little bit, and now he's back. And yeah, so maybe it was. I hope it was, but I don't know. Oh, I've got all the cats now. Okay. So yeah, I got a good amount of that blog post. I don't know. I know that a lot of people count things like blog posts and reviews and like other social media stuff like a valid productivity sprint thing to do. And I guess it is, but I always feel like it's a bit indulgent and that I should actually be working. But also having that social media presence is kind of working. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. So let's go ahead and get that next sprint going. And hopefully I will, hopefully I won't yawn really aggressively. Geez. Hopefully I will get this review written during this, and then I can get that like writing work done. That would be excellent. So I will see you guys at about 5 after the hour. Okay, that is time. And I am literally like 2 clicks from posting this blog post. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. I just have this done. Excuse me. Ooh, just have this done. So I can move on. Let's see. I think I've got everything. I always feel like I'm missing something when I go to publish blog posts. Like I'm gonna F it up royally. I don't know how. Like you just click that button. You just make sure that you've got like tags and stuff in, I guess. But that's okay. All right, so everything looks good, excuse me. And publish. Okay. I have a blog post. I've been getting a decent amount of blogging done. Not as much as I feel like I could get done, but that's okay. The bigger thing is that I feel like I'm not getting as much writing done as I should. So it is what it is. That's okay. That's okay because I'm going to go back to writing on the next sprint. Pronoun got distracted, which we hadn't heard from Pronoun in 50 minutes, according to timestamps. So I'm assuming you did get quite distracted. Oh, ignore that. It looks like you probably did get distracted. I also have that little I also have a bit of a craft project that I need to do. So maybe I should do that now before I do writing. I know that sounds an awful lot like procrastination, but so I've got this new computer. It's a desktop. It's got all those pretty fans that desktop computers have. And it's in my bedroom, and it's an awful lot of light at night. And the computer itself, the tower, is glass. So it's additional light because there's absolutely nothing covering any of them. So I got this contact paper yesterday. So I could cover at least the one glass panel that the fans are up against. They're not directly up against it, of course. Everything is properly vented on this, but the one that they're facing, I feel like if I just cover that pane in contact paper, it'll cut down that light considerably. I should have done this yesterday, but I said, oh, I'll do it after dinner. And then after dinner, I looked at it, was like, meh, I'll do it tomorrow. So to that end, I feel like I should absolutely do this now because it's another point of procrastination that I need to not be doing. So yeah, I'm gonna have this little bit of an art project. And then once that's done, I'll be free for a while to get stuff done. I think I'm gonna game for a little bit today. I think I'm gonna play some World of Goo this afternoon if I can get my setup correct for it. And then I'm going to be doing, I think, a late night sprint tonight. And by late night, I mean like 7 p.m. I've got to make another cheesecake. So I don't know if any of y'all were here for my cheesecake sprint before Thanksgiving. But I'm going to do another cheesecake sprint this evening. It'll be a different cheesecake. I am doing a coconut pecan pie cheesecake. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably be doing that again, where I do word sprints while I make a cheesecake this evening. So I'm gonna be streaming a lot today, and that is just my life right now. I have realized that this is my response to quarantining is just streaming my life, and that's okay. Once I get this like productivity thing going again, because I've been a slacker lately, but that's okay. It just means that I might have to go back to having a regular job again, maybe. Let's see. We are about due for our next sprint, which for me will be a productivity sprint again. I'm good. I'm good with that. Let's see. Sorry, I got uh my computer's just being real angry with me and trying to not close things. There we go. Okay, so we are going to go for the next 20 minutes. It is 10 after, so that is going to take us to half past. Good luck, everybody, and get work done. Okay, that is time. I hope you guys were productive during that sprint. I made myself another cup of coffee and I got this panel covered. Oh, you can see my timer. Woo, there's my timer. It's pretty smoothly on there. I should have, of course, cleaned the glass before I did this, but I didn't because I'm a lazy person. So there are a couple bubbles in it, but the good news is this is not a cell phone. I'm not going to be looking at it that often. The bad news is this contact paper is pretty see-through. So I have a feeling that instead of blocking the light, which is why I'm doing this, what I'm actually going to do is turn my bedroom into a disco party. We'll see. I guess worst case scenario, I can get a more solid contact paper and cover the back of it. We'll see from there. Hey, Nikki, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Hope you are feeling better than yesterday. So we are going to have one more sprint today in about 3 minutes. And it looks like I will get absolutely no writing today. Maybe I will. I don't know. I just got to put this panel back on, and that should only take about 2 minutes. Obviously, the hard part was getting this to lay flat without like gigantic air pockets in it. So I'll get this on, and then maybe I'll get a bit of writing done. And then I'm probably going to be gaming for a couple hours today on my personal YouTube channel and also my Twitch channel. Those are linked below. Elizabeth, we're going to be starting a sprint in about 3 minutes. So perfect timing. It will be the last one for the day. Well, for the morning. So I'm gonna hopefully actually get writing done after this. And then at about 1 o'clock, take a break to play World of Goo, which is a game that I played back in like 2007 on Wii and enjoyed it. And then I played it for a little bit in like 2014. So I'm gonna give it another whirl. See if I'm any better at it this time. That'll be from 1 to 3 on my personal account and on my Twitch. And then tonight, probably around 7, I'm going to be back on this channel to do another cheesecake sprint. Yeah, because I got to make a cheesecake for Christmas. That is all my plans for today. And grocery shopping. That's also on my plan for today, but I can't take you guys with me on that. Ma'am, are you watching this? The cat is very interested in the show right now. And looking really trashy. I don't know why she always has the trashiest look about her. Pronoun. Packed 1 box. It's a small box that could fit 2 mugs in it, but it's something. That is 2 mugs packed that weren't packed before, so I think that's progress. It's baby progress, but you know, we all work at our own speed, especially when packing things. And I don't know about you, but I have that habit of like things that should take 10 minutes actually take 3 hours. So if that's the situation you're in, then I understand. Also, good news for anybody who is wondering. Sandy and the baby are now home as of last night. So they're making progress. Yeah. So that's a bit of good news. Let's go ahead and get our last sprint in. We're going to go for 20 minutes. It is 9:35, so I will see you guys at 9:55 Eastern time. I blame you for that, Chonk. No, stop. Okay, that is time. And yet again, I forgot to mute myself. And y'all should have told me because I know I was loud that time because of the cat. So that was the last sprint of the day. But really quick, if you guys saw the cat jump from my bed onto my desk, this cat, let's see if I could, yeah, that jerk right there. Look at him looking all sweet and innocent right now. This cat doesn't know how to jump. We've watched him fall in a gap that was like 8 inches wide that he literally could have stepped across and he couldn't make the jump. And yet, because I was dealing with tinsel and he is a tinsel fiend, he managed to leap this. This is a good 3-foot gap. And of course, it is pretty high up in the air. And he did that fearlessly to get to the tinsel because that is the kind of monster that he is. He just needed the motivation of completely effing up his digestive tract by eating shiny in order to jump that gap. So that was our last sprint for the day, for the morning. Again, I will be back on this channel this evening. I think 7. It's not actually scheduled because I'm not 100% sure what time I'm going to be able to get on, but I'm going to be making a cheesecake and running sprints this evening, 7-ish Eastern time, on my private YouTube channel, which is not private to you guys, just it's not the one that I do the word sprints on my actual Chloe Alice Balkin YouTube channel. I will be doing some gaming with World of Goo around 1 o'clock today. So I will be around and about if y'all want to join me for more sprints or watching a game of physics with an amusing backstory and pretty graphics. So that is everything. I will see you guys later. Go be more productive than I have been. And I'm also planning on being more productive than I have been. Bye, everybody.